can't get rid of you.
Good morning, everyone. So I have the difficult task of presenting last and waking everybody up before lunch. So hopefully I'll do a good job of that, keep it exciting and move it along quickly. But I do have a quick question for everyone that's outside of student accounts. When you think of student accounts, what do you think we do? It's not a trick question. What do you think we do in student accounts? What do you think we're in charge of? Say. Billing and cashier. One more?
That's the
Anything else?
Student tuitions?
Student tuitions. Okay. Partly correct. We do that. Oh, go ahead, Joy. Income. Income. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, that pretty much is what a lot of people think we do, and we do that. However, we do a lot more. And so one of the components of the things that we do, let me see if I can move this along, is receivables management. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this because this is our masterpiece. And this is something that we are extremely proud of, only because we have created a lot of processes, policies, and things that we put in place in order to, when we bill tuition and fees, and have those cashier services management, we put processes in place to collect tuition. And over the years, we have this receivables management that shows the amount of enrolled students and their outstanding balances over the years, right? And this is millions of dollars. And when we think about that, we bill about 1.4 to about 1.8 billion dollars. And at these time frames, and this is for fall term, right? So in these time frames, we have these amount of monies that are still outstanding based on the years. So in 2020, we had $8 million outstanding, and then boom, all of a sudden something happened in 2022, 2023 that had it jump from 8 million, 6 million to 27 and 28 million. And then now we're trying to trend back downwards towards where we were before. Now, we probably can't get back to pre-pandemic numbers because some of the teeth that we had in the game, which is things like placing holds and holding transcripts, things like that, New Jersey law says we can't hold transcripts anymore. So we have a lot less skin in the game. However, we are extremely excited that these numbers that you see here are trending downwards and back towards where we were. So, on the next slide, this is the amount of students that it affects. So currently, as of the 24th of January, we have about 3,900 students who still have an outstanding balance at the university. And this is for New Brunswick, Newark, Camden, and then so we add up the legacy total, RBHS, we add that in. So when you look at the overall amount of students at the university, we have about 7,000 or so out of about 63,000, I think, that has an outstanding balance. That's a great number. And that's the hard work of this team that's right here as well. So one of the projects that we're currently working on, and I think Maggie talked about check printing in AP, is outsourcing the check printing project process at the university that's currently being printed in AP for students. And so we're going to be outsourcing that to our vendor. What that means for the university is a couple of things. First of all, out of our 63,000 or so students, about 52% of them are on direct deposit. That means that very low number of students are participating in getting their monies quicker, which means that still a large percentage of students are still getting a printed check being mailed to their home, wherever their home is. Could be in South Dakota. So the benefits of outsourcing, we have a couple of things happening. In case you guys weren't aware, if you are enrolled as a student for fall and spring, and you have direct deposit, and you get a refund for fall and spring, you can get a direct deposit refund. However, if you're enrolled for summer, you get a paper check. That's how it's currently done at the university. So a student is like, wait, I got a ACH in fall and spring, where is my refund? It's in South Dakota by your parent. And so what that was, because Nelnet already has the ACH information for most of the students, when we process refunds in the summer, it's about 6,000 or so refunds we're processing in the summer. About 4,000, maybe 5,000 of those already have direct deposit information in Nelnet. Why not outsource and have them get an ACH refund? And then a couple of things that happens with that is that Nelnet will prompt the students. If a check is about to print, before they print it, they say, hey, Christy, you're gonna get a refund. We have a check being printed for you. But if you want it faster, sign up for direct deposit. We currently don't have that mechanism here at the university. I know Ellie has been trying her best to put information on our Rutgers portal to help students sign up. It has been a little futile, so we'll try. And so we just believe once we outsource this process to Nelnet, it will actually affect the AP department. They will be able to do better work on other things. We're not taking jobs away. And our students will have faster service. We will have a little bit more control in that. Just this week, we had to stop. Actually, just today, we may have to go up to Christy right now and tell her to stop a batch of refunds that printed. And so with that being said, we'll have a little bit more control over our process and stopping batches, etc. Right? And a couple of things that this process will do to our customer service. We have an expected reduction in the outreach for where's my refund? Refund tracker, so a student will see where their refund is in the process. So that will eliminate a lot of calling, emailing, asking questions. We'll have faster processing, transparency, and consistency. So, oh, maybe that's a good thing, because I hide it. No, that's okay. No, it's a surprise. So what I'm trying to do now is to have some monthly shout outs for the team. And not that everyone on the team has not done a great job every month, but I wanted to do a little bit of shout out on this presentation. And so with this, in January, I'm shouting out the data analytics and reconciliation team and the billing team, and I'll tell you why. We started processing our refunds, about 6,000 or so refunds about to go out. And of course, Matt, Jason saw something that didn't look too right. The whole back stopped. And it was because 4 records was missing a net ID. So 6,000 or 14 million or 20 million or so in refunds was halted because of that, right? And so we had Jason at 10 o'clock at night saying, hey, this didn't go through. We had Malvina on email, on text. We had Matt, we call Matt Superman. We had them all reviewing and searching and trying to figure out what caused this. And our students, of course, are waiting for refunds. Anyway, we had to figure it out. Nelnet actually went in on the Sunday, looked through all 6,000 records, recognized that our system, in some cases, do not have the student net ID in every record. So now that's gonna be something that we'll need to, determine how we're going to work in mitigating that from happening again in the future. The other person I actually wanted to shout out quickly, and that's why I hit it, Miss Laura. Laura's like, why there? What did I do? Okay, I'll tell you what she did. Laura found out that we apparently didn't pay our invoice to the US Postal Service for a year. And so our P.O. box had mail in there that we couldn't get because we didn't pay our bill. So the mail potentially had students' payments. And so we're like, how can we get this? What's going on? We couldn't get an invoice, we couldn't go in and make a payment. And Laura was on the phone with these people. I think the people at the US Postal Service is still alive. But she literally had to go in person and pick up the mail. She literally had to go get the invoice paid, went online, researched, did everything. And it was Friday that she was able to get everything resolved. And she sent a text and said, I opened all the mail, I found all the payments were posted. It was that sort of persistence and diligence that the people on my team displays, and it stands out to us, and we appreciate you all. We appreciate you, Laura. Thank you.
Good job, Laura.
And Annalyn's team. And just one more person, she's not here, Andrea Acevedo. While she processes refunds on a regular basis, I'm not sure if you guys are aware that we're having a Rutgers Health merger that's going on. So our deans are very concerned with the student service at the medical side of the house. And so with that being said, while Andrea typically processes her refunds as her normal day job, it has become a very scrutinized process recently. And so my hat's off to her for remaining so calm through the daily 4 p.m. meetings with our deans, asking for data on refunds, year-over-year analysis, percentage of refunds processed in the 2 weeks. Why is our payment due date in January? It's too early. The students need this. Don't put holds on the students. It has been one of the craziest months, but through it all, I have to give my hats off to Andrea Acevedo as well too. So thank you guys for hearing me out. I don't think I have, sorry. I don't have anything else, but thank you guys so much.